Welcome back to MMA Al Dente. I am the guy who picked CM Punk. No, I'm kidding. Uh, I'm here to talk about Zubaira Tukhugov versus Elvis Brenner. Elvis Brenner, whatever the fuck. They all have 7 names. Elvis is 13-3, making his UFC debut here, and he's got a lot of advantages over Zubaira Tukhugov. None of them technical. He's outgunned everywhere, I think, even though on paper he's got the better submission game. Zubaira's got 1 submission to his record. Elvis has 11. So, yeah, I'll say he's the better submission artist. But overall grappling, I don't expect him to have an advantage here. At least in one of the fights I saw him lose against Gabriel Santos, he was thoroughly outgrappled. That's the thing. He's got 3 losses. They're all via decision, and they're all to guys that have mediocre resumes. Largely shit records. No UFC records, let's put it that way. And he hasn't fought anybody close to the competition of Zubaira Tukhugov. Brenner is a great submission finisher. Like I said, 11 finishes, but they're all over garbage competition. Just a lot of round one arm bars over guys with shit records. And it's visible when you see him fight that he's up against it athletically. This guy's not a great athlete. Again, he's bigger, taller, stronger, and younger than Zubaira Tukhugov, but he's going to be beaten to the punch every time. And the difference is Zubaira Tukhugov is a much better striker than the guys he's fought. He's much quicker. He's a guy who, despite, even against guys that I know are good fighters, I'll pick Tukhugov to beat him to the punch, so to speak, even though he's, a lot of times anyways, the shorter guy. But in this fight, I'm absolutely sure of it. Tukhugov's striking is going to be the difference maker. I think he either wins a lopsided decision or gets a finish. And I think a finish is much more likely. Brenner's looked really uncomfortable, and he's not going to have too many outs here. I could see him flopping to his back and doing that once or twice, and then eventually just getting overwhelmed. I'm taking Tukhugov to get a finish here. I like it at plus 140. I think there's value there. Again, he's fighting a guy who's never been finished and all that horse shit, but when you watch the fights, it seems like an inevitability. So, I know the difference will be the striking, and Tukhugov, by the way, is moving up in weight. This is a fight at 155, I think, after he was penalized for blowing. Which fight did he blow? He blew a big fight a few months ago, and then he was supposed to fight Joel Alvarez, which would have been interesting. That guy's, 6'3" or whatever. But here, Alvarez fell out, I think, and now Brenner stepped in, and Brenner's up against it here. So Tukhugov by knockout, late round 1, early round 2 is my pick. And my bet is Tukhugov by finish, plus 140. If you're able to get knockout flat, I'd probably just play that. But I'm not, so I'm just going finish plus 140. I do think Tukhugov is more likely to get a finish a little later than earlier. I don't think it'll necessarily be too early because he's going to have to deal with some physical advantages that Brenner has, and also the, youthful exuberance at 25 years old. But after he tames the youngster, he's going to overwhelm him. So that's my pick. Like, share, subscribe, all that horse shit. Check out my other videos.